Ha 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 ha. It's fine now. Why? Because I am here. When you hear those words, you already know that you're in good hands. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Black Kakashi. Yes, as you can see, I've decided to change some things around. First and most importantly, no, I did not get the idea of my name from the Black Hokage. When I was in 5th grade, back when Naruto started getting popular in America, or at least around my age, my friends used to call me that because of my personality being the same as Kakashi's. Now that we got that out of the way, it's time to talk about my boy, All fucking Might, the #1 hero, or should I say the former #1 hero. And nah, that ain't a spoiler, and if you say it is, then you're lying. I'm gonna give my opinion on why All Might is my favorite character and my hero, and my favorite character in general. So let's get into it. All Might is the symbol of peace. He's the person that everyone looks up to and wants to be like. When he pulls up, you know that you're protected and in good hands. What I love about him is the fact that he's an average Joe like the rest of us. He was born quirkless in a world where everyone was getting blessed left and right with quirks. But even then, he wanted to help save others. I want to make a world where everyone smiles and lives together happily. For that to happen, people need a symbol of peace. The reason crime is on the rise everywhere is because citizens have no one to believe in. They need to rely on someone. That's why I want to be the pillar that gives people hope. He said those words quirkless. Doesn't that remind you of a certain someone who yells and has green hair? Anyway, he finally was going to be able to achieve his dream when he became Nana Shimura's successor. She was the one to bestow All Might with All for One. Oh, sorry about that. One for all. It's so hard to get tangled up with that crap one. Low key though. I be saying all for one and one for all sometimes, like in my mind it be just rambling, like be switching for some reason, but I hate that. Anyway, one for all, which is a quirk passed down from generation to generation. He became the 8th user to have this quirk. Nana was one of the reasons for All Might's ideals that he has now. I keep my ideals this way. Alright, that's enough of that. Sorry, I just love that song so much. Anyway, she's the reason he has a smile on his face every time. I'll quote something from her. When you have to save someone, they're usually in a scary situation. A true hero saves not only their lives, but also their hearts. That's what I believe. So no matter how scary things get, give him a smile as if to say, I'm A-okay. The people in this world who can smile are always the strongest. From that day on, All Might kept a smile on his face every chance he got. Also, he was the reason crime was at an all-time low. Just wanted to point that out. But even the world's greatest heroes have their tragic stories. Most of you know what I'm talking about. The death of his master. This moment put All Might in a great depression that we haven't even explored yet, but heavily hinted in the overall heart. I keep saying overall. Overall and overhaul are like so hard, like tongue twisters, bro. It was heavily hinted in the overhaul arc and the movie. Even his closest allies felt the repercussions of it, which I'll get into later. Before he became the man we know and love, he went to America and build his name so that he would be able to be ready. So he would be able to fight all for one. That's sorry about that. There's not much about his history in America, but what we do know is that he met one of his best friends, David Shield, who he rescued from a fire in his lab. David is one of the world's greatest scientists and the one that created All Might's suits. Speaking of which, I want to see All Might in all of his costumes, bro, like in flashbacks from the manga or the anime or something, bro. Like horror Kishi. Come on, man. You know how cold them damn outfits, bro. Especially his young age suit and his brown age suit, bro. Them two are fucking cold. I'm just like red and black are like one of my 2 favorite colors, and my favorite, combinations. Black combines with anything and it'll be fucking cold. But yeah, time to cue the sad music. All Might's greatest tragedy became his greatest fall. He finally was able to confront All for One to end the cycle that he's been poisoning for many generations. Now, we never got to see this fight animated, but from what we've been told from All Might and All for One is that it was very bloody. All Might's intentions weren't just to avenge his master's murder, but to take the things All for One cared about as well, which is why All for One hates him so much. All Might destroyed every single one of them, or should I say killed them, because man, my boy was on a fucking war path. He beat All for One to a bloody pulp, man. Like, All Might is the reason he has to wear that oxygen mask looking like Darth Vader. Like, if you go look at the manga and compare their faces, bruh, like, look at him before his fight with All Might and look at him now. Like, there's a huge difference, bruh. Anakin ain't got nothing on All for One. Anakin, oh wait, is this a Star Wars spoiler? Man, fuck it. Anyway, you know, Anakin, he's all fucked up because of lava. All for One is fucked up because he got his face bashed in by one dude, just repeatedly. Like, that's I don't know, man. I don't know which one I decide, either lava or face beat into a bloody pulp. Let me know what y'all would rather have. Anyway. I can't stop thinking about it. Yeah. Anyway, his mission was literally to kill that nigga, bro. He literally was trying to kill that nigga. He was playing no games. Now, all of our favorite heroes have been put in situations like this. Spider-Man, Batman, Flash, etc. The difference is, this is an anime, and we know how animes are. People get killed on sight, but there's that 1 in 10 chance that somebody will get spared and live. But yeah, in typical hero stories, the hero will confront the person that made them who they are today and will spare them because they realize that, killing them would make them no better than the scum that they put away, or that it would break their code of honor, or their one rule, like Batman and some others do, they won't kill. From a real life point of view, and from that universe's point of view, the hero is praised and looked up to because of all of the good that they do, and that they don't, kill criminals, when people like Punisher and others aren't as praised as the main heroes. But some stories they do kill them, but we still view them as the person that they were from the start, and not from, because of one action. Thinking about that, I was thinking about that, like, I love Batfleck, so I love Batfleck. He's like my favorite, Batman, live action Batman. To this day.
To this day. To this day. To this day.
He's the best Batman. Even Kevin Conroy said that. The one that everyone praises is the best Batman, which I agree on that too. But, Batfleck is the best live action Batman. Niggas always want to say he's the worst because he kills people. Like, nigga, if you go back to Batman's comics, he's killed too. But most people view him as someone that doesn't kill. And because of that, people always want to complain about Batfleck killing people. Like, who cares? Did you not see that warehouse fight? How can you watch that and say he's not the rawest and best Batman we've ever had on the live screen? Like, come on now. Anyway, and another thing is, people like Punisher and others, they don't just kill, like the main villains. Like, the heroes that get praised, for killing, they kill like the main villains and not like criminals. If they kill like, normal criminals, like, they probably get, hated, like the Punisher. Punisher don't just kill, Punisher kill everybody. He kills everybody. If you bad, he gonna kill you on sight, and that's why people label him as like a psycho and shit. So, cause if you kill like everybody, all right, okay, with Arrow, he in like the first season, he killed everybody. He didn't just kill like the main people that he was going after. He killed everybody. Is the henchmen, people that might know his identity or see him do what he did. He kills them. He killed everybody. Basically, he killed everybody. But that's why he was labeled as a criminal. Well, that's not a reason why people think he's a murder. You label him murder and shit. But if he just killed like the high criminals, maybe they might have praised him, but maybe not. I mean, it still would have probably been labeled. But you know, anyway, you know, the point is, they've all had to face their demons and overcome their deepest and darkest temptations. But All Might didn't. He wanted to kill his counterpart, or so he thought he did. During the fight, he received a deadly wound that limited him from his duties. The thought of his wound and the fact that he didn't achieve his vengeance made his depression even deeper, because he cut off all ties with his comrades, like with Sir Night-Eye, who saw All Might's death, Gran Torino, who was his master after Nana died, and many others. He was in a heavily depressed state that he was ready to give up on being the #1 hero, and decided to become a teacher at UA to find his next successor to One for All. I probably John Lewis and said all for one and one for all in one of this earlier. I probably John Lewis one of them. But anyway, back to the action. But he kept a smile on his face. Through all the pain and agony, he kept smiling. I smiled to show the pressure of heroes and to trick the fear inside of me. Like, man, that is what being a hero is all about. But even with the smiles, he was still depressed. That was until he met Izuku Midoriya. He saved his life as well and found out that he was just like him, a boy born quirkless. He told Deku that he couldn't be a hero, even though he didn't have a quirk. That it was okay to dream, but you also must think of what's realistic as well. Imagine your idol telling you that you couldn't be who you wanted to be and that you didn't have what it takes. Now my idol is Superman. Now I know he's not real, unless you count Henry Cavill, aka the best Superman. The DCEU provided the best Batman, the best Superman, the best Wonder Woman, and you know, niggas wanna hate. Like, come on now. Stop. People wanna talk about Man of Steel sucking and shit. That's literally the best Superman movie ever. Best Superman movie ever. I guess the second one would be Superman 2 and then Superman 1. But Man of Steel is the best Superman movie, hands down. Anyway, just want to get that out of the way too. But you know, I've always strived to be like Superman, character and personality wise, not superhero wise. Now I ain't stupid now. I'm not about to go jump off a building like old boy from Kick-Ass to see if I can fly and die. Nah. Nah, I don't think anyone's that crazy. That's some South Park shit. When Cartman tried to fly, this nigga ended up in a coma. I was just watching an episode the other day too. But to be honest, I'm still in my Clark Kent phase right now. It's hard, man. You know, trying to be like Superman. But you know, if he told me. If Superman told me that I couldn't achieve my dreams and be what I wanted to be, I would seriously be sad from that. And so was Deku when All Might told him that, but he still didn't give up. After he told Deku that he encountered the villain that he lost after saving him. Due to him running out of his time limit, he couldn't do anything, and all of the other heroes around couldn't handle the situation because they didn't have quirks capable of defeating the villain. But our favorite little greenhead was the only one to act. Now imagine how All Might felt. Someone he scolded earlier is doing something he can't do. I really am pathetic. Even though I admonished you, I wasn't putting what I said into practice. Pros are always risking their lives. Forced to go beyond his limits, he rescues Midoriya and apologizes for criticizing him. Then he told Deku one of the most emotional moments in the anime. I still tear up every time he says it.
Young man, you too can become a hero.
And from that moment on, All Might was saved from his depression, and he went back to who he really was. Like, to be honest, it's still crazy. It's still crazy to think that a quirkless boy saved the world's greatest hero. Not physically, mentally. It's still crazy to think about. It's still like one of my favorite things. it just goes to show you that, you know, we all need someone to lean on to during our darkest times, instead of just, you know, cutting people off and facing it alone. I can even go back to the whole comic book characters versus anime characters thing again, but if you know, you know. All Might taught me, you know, to never give up and push beyond my limits, even when I don't want to. I'm pretty sure we all can relate to that, whether it be the gym, life, relationships, etc. All Might has had numerous occasions of surpassing his limits. If you feel yourself hitting up against your limits, remember for what cause you remember what caused you to clench your fist, and remember why you started down this path, and let that memory carry you beyond your limits. Even he had to push beyond his limits after transferring young Midoriya his quirk. He gave us one of the most hypest and badass moments in anime history. Yes, I said anime history. I said that, and I'm willing to die over it, my nigga. I'm willing to die for it. With a capital D. The League of Villains, finally made their move against All Might, but he wasn't there, so they had to deal with the students and the teachers until he arrived. And when he arrived, he fought Nomu, which was a creature created to defeat him. Yeah, right. Knowing that he was at his limit, and he dug down deep inside to reach a new level. My power is declining faster than I thought it would. Even so, I have to stop these villains, because I am the world's symbol of peace and the world's because I am the world's symbol of peace and justice. That's literally the worst voice ever. That's not even close to All Might. He was moving so fast, and each punch was sending fucking shockwaves. Shockwaves, my nigga. Like, each punch thrown was just sending everybody flying. They couldn't even move. They couldn't even get close to him. Like, even talking about this scene, I'm getting fucking hype, man. Like, I'm getting so hype right now just talking about it. Each punch thrown, and also each punch thrown wasn't at random. Each one was over 100% of his power. And then he delivered everyone's favorite line.
Go beyond! Plus!
And to top it off, this man said in his prime, it would have taken 5 punches to defeat him. Not 10, not 20, not 50, not 100, but 5 punches. It took 5 punches. It would have taken 5 punches to defeat him. But it took 300 instead. Like, man, imagine if Nomu had pulled up on young All Might, bruh. He would have got washed mid-difficulty, bruh. Mid-diff. No hesitation.
I am here!
And, you know, never as a quick reminder or a summary, you never stop at the limit your mind tells you. If you believe that you can go beyond it, then you dig deep inside. You dig down deep and you find the strength to do it. All Might even notices his own flaws and strengths as well. We all do, but the point is wanting to change and right those wrongs. One of the reasons All Might loves Deku and passed down one for all to him instead of, you know, Lemillion. That's a spoiler for anime. If you didn't know, sorry, but now you know. Well, you know, he was like the main candidate. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. You know, one of the reasons why he passed down his quirk to Deku is because he's literally just like him. Deku has been idolizing him since he was a baby, watching all of his videos and everything, and reading everything about him. Theories, articles, etc. All of that. You know, it's kind of like most people do when they become obsessed with something. I shouldn't say obsessed because that's the wrong word. More like fascinated or intrigued by something. Deku shows All Might the mistakes that he's made in the past, but All Might wants him to not mimic them. But he can't help but love it when he does. Like when Deku and the others showed up to rescue Bakugo, even though the heroes already had it under control. But you can point out that if it wasn't for them, All Might wouldn't have been able to defeat All for One, and Bakugo still would have been captured by the League. He told Deku that a true hero always meddles in things he's not supposed to, and that their body moves before their mind can think. And those words stuck. Damn. Should drink some water. And those words stuck with him till this day. If he feels like you're within his reach, he will try to save you no matter the price. Hence his arms. All Might notice this and wants to stop him from having to pay those prices. That's why during his final fight with All For One, he pointed out that he noticed his predecessor's mistakes being similar to his. He promised that he will not allow that he will live. He promised that he will not allow him to go down the same bloody and dark road as he did. As long as he lives, he will teach him to not go down the same bloody road as he did. And he'll probably be, and he, not probably, he will. And he'll be around to watch him grow up to be the hero that he wants him to be. And he also vowed to Deku and his mother that he'll watch over him and guide him, and if he must, he'll die for him if necessary. Which I don't want to happen. I can't lose All Might, man. He's my anime Superman, bro. I love that nigga so much, bro. Like, he's the reason why I love My Hero so much. I love My Hero overall, but he's like one of the reasons why I love it. Why I love it, it's like one of my favorite animes. You know? And he's the reason why. You know? But you know, he's my anime Superman. And you know, Superman died too, but he came back. But this is anime, and this ain't Dragon Ball, so we can't bring him back. Unless there's a character in the show that we don't know about that can revive people. That'd be crazy though if there is a person that can do that. Side note, I just want to get this out of the way. I don't know why people think All Might is better than Superman when they're basically the same damn person. Like every time I ask people why, they say he's better than Superman, and they never give a reason. They just say he's better. Like both are a symbol of peace. They're the people you look up to, and when they are around, you know that you're safe. Superman is the ideal of what we as people strive to be and wish to be, giving people hope and letting them know everything is gonna be okay. Why? Because they are here. I couldn't get this. They have the image of being the world's protector. Well, to be clear, All Might protects Japan and Superman protects the world / Metropolis. They have a certain image for the people, and they live up to that image. Here's a quote from Batman about Superman. It is a remarkable dichotomy. Well, how the fuck you say that word? It is remarkable. In many ways, Clark is the most human of us all. Then, he shoots fire from the skies, and it is difficult not to think of him as a god, and how fortunate we all are that it does not occur to him. The humanity that they both have is a key part of what makes them great. All Might wants everyone to smile and live in a world where they have someone to lean on, aka a symbol of peace. Superman wants to protect the Earth and make a difference in it because he believes he can. Also, let me point this out. Both of their main villains are bald. Like, both of them are bald. And, you know, both of their keywords are hope. Superman's hope is on his chest, and he bestows it. And All Might bestows his hope upon the people. Alright. Alright, that's enough of that. The point I'm trying to make is, stop hating on a character because they are quote-unquote boring or they have all the powers. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Have you read their comics before you even give out that opinion? like, shut the fuck up. And you know, that's a very popular thing in the anime community. You know, that's a popular thing to do. Like, for example, One Piece. People always complain about it, and they hate on it for being too long, all that other bullshit. When you can, like, literally catch up to it faster than you can get a girlfriend and go deep inside. Yeah. Let me stop, man, because, you know, I can talk about Superman all day because that's my nigga. That's my favorite hero. And overall, you see, I didn't say overhaul that time. If you watch my Zoro video, you decide. Overall, I love All Might so much, man. Like, I really love this dude. Like, I can watch his fight with Nomu every single day, like Deku did with All Might's first rescue video. Like, he's that great. He knows what to say to motivate you to push yourself and be better than you were before and will be in the future. Also, he knows how to make you feel safe and be at ease because you know that you are safe. And he always has a smile on his face, which is, crazy to me because, I get quoted. People tell me all the time I have a beautiful smile. I get compliments about it a lot. But I don't do it. I don't smile a lot because, I don't want people to get tired of it. I don't want people to get tired of seeing it, me doing it. So, to see him do it 24/7 shocks me. And, he also has one of the best ringtones in the game.
A phone call is here. A phone call is here. A phone call. Yes, hello?
He can't possibly be serious with that ringtone.
I always get a joke out of that, man. I love hearing it every single time. Just seeing everybody's reaction when they hear it. They just be like, this nigga really got his voice as a ringtone. The greatest hero in the world. Always have and always will be, even when he's retired. That's all, my fellow heroes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me your opinions on why you love All Might in the comments. Hell, you might do a better job in the comment than I did in the video. If you like what you saw, /heard, Detroit, smash that like button. Comment, share, subscribe, and remember, go beyond Plus Ultra.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.